Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. I'm gonna try and be nice on this one. I get this a lot. People will ask questions saying, will the court call me and tell me when there's a trial? Will the court tell me when I have a hearing? Will the court send me this and send me that? Or some people will get pissed and say, I never got a copy of the order. I never got this and that. You should look at this. Now, there might be some states where, or like even in Washington, sometimes at the end of the hearing, a judge or a commissioner will email an order to everybody so that they got it. Especially if it's a restraining order, they'll hand the restraining order to you in court to make sure that you got it and you know you're restrained. But without a few exceptions, for the most part, the court is not your butler or your maid or your servant. The court sits back there and waits for people to come to them and request stuff. That's why you file a motion with the court. You are moving the court to get off their rear and to do something. So you're motioning the court. The court is dead or non-existent or just sitting there doing nothing and waiting for people to make an order, or kind of like a Subway. The person behind Subway, behind the counter, they're not just going to make up random sandwiches until somebody comes in there. I mean, think about that. Think about it like a Subway. You go in there and you don't just walk in and say, I'm hungry. You walk up to the counter, and then you also don't just say you're hungry at the counter. You say, I want to order something. This is specifically what I want, and this is my taste, this is my likes, and blah, blah. And you get very specific with it. I got some people who say, the court didn't order this, but I put in my paperwork. Why didn't you say it during the hearing? When the hearing was over and they wrote up the order, a lot of times when they write up an order, you get a chance to look at it and make sure it's written the way the judge wrote it. Now, whether you get a copy of it, that's on you. There's so many people who walk out of court and don't get a copy. You're such a prima donna diva that you think that everybody's supposed to deliver stuff to you like Amazon. Like, I don't know, maybe some of you got so used to COVID that you think everything is for order or everything's a drive-through. You have to go to court. It's your case. It's your life with your kid. You got to exert some energy. And you have to have a sense of urgency that I'm going to make sure everything is done right. You do it with everything else in life. This is one thing that frustrates me with my gender. You take your car into the shop and they say, oh, we also found, you get some brake pads or something. Oh, we also found you need some new calipers, or you need, the oil engine light came on. And so you need an oil change, or maybe they say a tune-up or something like that. Or whatever. Then you're going to make sure, like, oh, wait, that didn't happen. And you're going to grill them and make sure they don't just not railroad you, but hustle you into some other stuff. If you order something at Subway, you're going to make sure, okay, that's enough pepper, that's enough lettuce, stop right there. You're extremely observant about what you're about to eat. How come you're not extremely observant about the court order that's going to govern your life with your kid? Come on, man. You care more about a stub than you do about your kid. The courts are not there to cater to you and serve you. You are supposed to go to court and argue with the court why you should get what you... Now, the judge is supposed to do a service, but to get things going, to get a hearing, to start the process, to have a court date, all this stuff is on you to set that stuff up and make sure that it happens. I mean, I can't count the number of people who said, oh, is the court going to call me and do this? Is the court going to do that? No. And a lot of people who say and do stuff like that, mommy babied them and served them breakfast in bed, or they think that somebody's supposed to do something for them. Go get your kid. Go do the stuff you need to. Find out what you need to do. I've had people, like, they'd call me after they were waiting for weeks for the court to give them an order. And I'm like, well, you didn't like the order. They finally got the order. They don't like the order. They don't like the order. So now, so now they're looking at the order. And I'm saying, okay, what about doing a reconsideration? Like, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So we check the rules and they're at their courthouse, and they need to file a motion for reconsideration within 14 days, and it's day 15. While you're sitting there dilly-dallying around, being a prima donna little prissy, thinking that the court needs to run to your door, knock, knock. Hey, you're the 1000th person that I've served an order to today. Here's your order, sir, from the court, because we just got a staff of 500,000 people delivering court orders and serving everybody and taking their orders and doing this and that and catering to everybody. Why do you think you have a lawyer? For a lawyer to do a whole bunch of work on your case. You don't have a lawyer to receive stuff because the court is catering to you. They're supposed to serve you in the court hearing, and then that's about it. Clerks aren't supposed to give you legal advice. They have e-filing or filing services or the ability to file, but you got to go down to the courthouse and file stuff. This is not a secondary, side, non-priority, just a task in your life. Oh, I'll get around to it when I feel like it. Oh, I'm just waiting on them. You have to have a sense of urgency that everything's being done right along the way. And then when you're sure that it's done right, then you can relax. When you get the court order and it looks the way that you want, you get a court order, it looks bad. Oh, the clerk made a mistake. That's not what the judge said. Oh, there's a transcript of the hearing. I'm just going to wait for somebody to read my mind and know that I need a transcript, and they're just going to, by mental telepathy, they're going to deliver it to my house. Come on. You got to be smarter than that. The court is not, they don't have an Uber service to run everybody to you or run things to you, or a courier service to do everything that you want them to do. So, you have to know the court rules. You have to figure out how the court operates. Just think about a football game. If you're going out to play football, and you say, is the referee going to come and tell us that we need to walk up to the line and start the play? No, they put the ball down and they sit and wait for you to get going. People don't do stuff out in any kind of game or business or venture. People don't do stuff outside of the bounds of what they're supposed to do. If you're a participant in just about anything in life, there's something that you have to do. I don't know where the hell we get this idea from. I'm just waiting on the court. When are they going to do this for me? When are they going to do that for me? What are they, So, have your mindset to expect that you will have to do a bunch of stuff on your case. You will have to learn all the rules. You don't get to go, like, let's say you're entering you go to a chess tournament and all you know how to do is play checkers. Is the opponent or somebody else going to tell me how to move the rook and the bishop and the pawns? No, you need to go in there knowing what the rules are before you get started. Or you lose or you get kicked out. Or if you're playing soccer for the first time, you don't know the rules about, sliding and tackling, somebody from behind. Or using your hands, and you're using your hands. Like, why do they keep doing this? It's against the rules. I didn't know that. Nobody told me. Nobody's supposed to tell you, dumbass. You're going to court. You are voluntarily going to court, or somebody dragged you into court. You better learn what the rules are and how to play this game, because here you are. This is why I have videos where I talk about you need to know the court rules. You need to know the law. It's good to know case law, and you need to know how to do court papers, and how to find them and access them. That's 4 categories of things that you need to know. And there's a lot in each category. That's a simple way to look at it. And then sometimes some people gain a little bit of knowledge, and you think, oh, I gained a little bit of knowledge. Let me just ask a quickie question to James, and then like my last video, how do I get ready for trial? Oh, just get ready then. Like, you think I really have a 1-word or 1-sentence answer for that? Stop being an entitled diva and think people are going to cater to you and serve you and help you out. You go get it. You go figure it out. And you need a consult to do that. And if you're going to have a lawyer, make sure the lawyer is keeping you informed. Don't blindly trust a lawyer to do it.